very strange laws. So we're going to talk about those. It is Sunday, and I thought I'd just bring something really different to YouTube today, just to talk about some weird, strange things that occur on a regular basis around the world that are laws that really, well, they're real. They're real laws. So let's give people a few minutes to come in. It is Sunday. Hopefully, um, very interesting. One of them really affects me here in Colorado, which I thought was really, really interesting. Hey, what's up, Linda? So we're going to talk about some weird, weird, strange laws, and it's 11:11. So make a wish. Yeah, make a wish. Wish upon a star. So there is some very strange things. So I'm getting ready to plan a new trip, and so I was just wandering around on the web and looking at different places that I want to go, and I was like, okay, this is like absolutely ridiculous that there is these laws. So one of them I want to bring up is, where is it illegal to have chewing gum in your mouth? You cannot chew gum in this country. You can only, and actually, it's a pretty serious offense. Did you hear the government took a man's squirrel and killed it? Yeah, I did. I did hear about that. But this is why I'm kind of bringing up this topic, is because it's like there are some strange laws that people don't know about, and it is illegal to chew gum in a country. You can get a fine up to $100,000 and up to 2 years in prison. Isn't that interesting? And you can only have this item for two purposes, dental and one other purpose. And if I tell you right this second, you'll know. So that first one that we're talking about is chewing gum. You cannot have chewing gum in Singapore. And if you do, it has to be therapeutic purposes like dental or nicotine gum. Otherwise, up to $100,000 fine and 2 years in prison. Is that now? That's crazy. Now, I'm going to talk about some strange and weird laws right here in the good old USA. Some of these laws have been on the books forever and they've never taken them off. So if they actually wanted to press it, they actually could charge you with an offense. That is insane. That's that's crazy, isn't it? Uh, so go to prison for 2 years, right? 2 years for having bubble gum in your mouth. So in Singapore, their thoughts behind this was, when they passed this law, is that basically, hello, welcome to the chat. Basically, the purpose behind the law is that people were sticking the gum on elevator buttons, on seats, under seats, throwing it out on the ground. And Singapore, as most people know, is a very, very clean, clean nation. It's one of the only nations that we can travel to as an American and drink the water and know that it's probably better than the water that we're drinking. But when you take into consideration, you can go to jail in Florida for having. Now that's funny. That's hilarious. I mean, there's some weird freaking shit out there, y'all. So here's another one. Here's another one. Do we have an idiot in the chat? Let's see. Okay, weird. People are being really weird. Okay, come on in and be weird. Okay, you're really strange. You're a strange one. Anyway, there's some strange people coming in. Hello, Danny. Um, there's some really weird people coming in the chat right now, but that's good. It's insane and it's fun and it's weird. Balls, perhaps. I can tell I like you. Okay, so this is the interesting shit. Okay, so in Arkansas, it's illegal to honk the horn after 9 o'clock at a sandwich shop or at a cold beverage shop. So that's the interesting one. DJ Time 7, please chill out just a little bit with your going, gone, right? Hey, Tara. So here's another one. You cannot drive blindfolded in Alabama. Now, what kind of effing retard is going to get behind the wheel just because you're in Alabama? I guess they think you can do this. But what kind of dumbass is going to get behind the wheel? Yeah, Linda, if they keep doing it, just put them in a timeout. Just hit the timeout button. Make sure you hit the right thing. What's my name? My name is Kim, aka Off the Wall Prepper, aka OTWP, aka Asshole. So don't drive blindfolded in Alabama because you will get yourself in trouble. Now, here's a really, really interesting law, right? This is a good one. Hello, shiny, shiny. Here's a really interesting one. In Colorado, it's illegal to have a couch on your porch. Now, don't go put a couch on your porch. Okay, Thor, I like you, man. You can't jerk off a horse in Washington. Is that a law? Is it on the books, or is it just something you came up with out of the air, out of the sky? Anyway, that's a good one, Thor. I like you, dude. Uh, so don't put a couch on your porch because it will get you a freaking ticket. Now in in California, it's illegal to set a mousetrap without this. What would you have to have? I'm serious, dude. These are laws. These are true, real laws. So, what would you have to have? What would you have to set a mousetrap? Because without this, you'll get a ticket in California. Only the California weirdos would do this. So, what is anybody? Tara, I'm in jail. Okay, well, we're glad that you're in jail. Did you set a couch on your front porch? I'm just asking. Or did you chew a piece of bubble gum in Singapore? I'm asking. So it is illegal, folks, to set a mouse trap without a hunting license in California. You have a couch on your porch. You're done. You're freaking done, Tara. Oh my God, how much bail money do you think we'll need to get you out? I mean, we'll start raising bail money now. I mean, where in the hell did they come up with some of this bullshit? It's also illegal in California to cry while you're on the stand in court. Now, who is this that's writing all this? Or did you? Oh, now, Troy. Troy, don't come in being a real retard. Okay, don't be an asswipe. Okay, keep the chat at least somewhat decent. I'm not in jail. I was just joking. But you need $1,000 to get out of jail free. We could play Monopoly. You could get out of jail free card. Just saying. Now, this is a prepping channel. We talk about a lot of different prepping stuff, and why I brought up these weird laws is one. I have a trip planned to Singapore, and so I was like, I can't chew effing bubble gum. Are you kidding me? I was referring to the. Okay, Troy, you're all good, man. You're all good. Maybe they did do that to a horse. Maybe they got a ticket. Maybe Thor, did you get a ticket for a horse? I'm just asking. Anyway, it's all good, man. Welcome to the channel. So that's why I was looking up because I'm going to do a little weekend trip to Singapore uh, inside of another trip. So I'm like, wow. Hint, hint, 10. Now you know. But $100,000, 2 years in prison. That's crazy. You can't drive blindfolded. That's crazy too. Checked the mouse hunting license. It's not true. Yes, it is true. It is true. Look it up again. Blunkster 71. I was just on researching all these weird fucking laws. It is truly a law, but I'm not going to argue with you. I don't even care who you are. I mean, you're welcome to the chat. I love assholes. You're going to Thailand. Cool. Just make sure when you go to Thailand, are you single? Make sure that you know what you're doing in Thailand. Just saying, make sure you know. What's up, Georgie Mitchell? So this brings me to a little prepping part. So in Colorado, we've heard on different prepping channels that it's illegal to catch rainwater in the United States in different parts of the United States. So this is the deal. Illegal to catch rainwater. Thai food is the Italian food of Asia. Yum, yum. No, it's a real law. Someone died 2006. He sure knows a lot about Linda. Oh, Lordy. Linda. Hey, Victoria, what's going on? So, is it illegal really to catch rainwater in the United States? Is there a state that really has made this illegal? I've always said, screw it. If it's coming from God and it's coming from the country, the sky, and if I want rainwater, I'm catching it. I'm gonna take it. It's free. It's free water. Use it for outdoor plants, use it for your pets, use it for whatever. Use it to wash some dishes if the water gets turned off. In a SHTF, it's a little different situation because who's going to tell us what to do? Probably nobody. It's kind of like the mentality of people thinking the government's going to come to rescue you. In a real SHTF, you better be on point and you better do what you got to do. But how many of you think it's illegal to catch water from the sky, rainwater? Let's take a vote. Go ahead. Hit a one if you think it's illegal to catch water somewhere here in the United States and it's actually on the books. Hit a one. Let's see. Just found you live this time. I know, George. Where you been, man? One. Victoria says yes, it's illegal. Who else? Linda, what do you think? Linda thinks yes. Georgie thinks no. Hit a one if you think it's illegal to catch rainwater and it's actually on the books somewhere. Let's see. Let's see how. No, stop Googling and Siri and all that bullshit. You guys are cheating. So, yes, actually, there's a law on the books in the United States of America, in the wonderful state of Colorado, that says it's illegal to catch water, rainwater. Yep, Lady C, hello. So it really is illegal in some states to catch rainwater, one of them being Colorado. So I looked up the law, looked up, I'm like, how could they? Well, first of all, how are they going to enforce it? What are they going to do? Run around and check our water? I don't think so. Am I telling you to do something illegal? No. In the state of Colorado, you can catch up to 110 gallons of water. That's it. So two 55-gallon barrels. But if they see those 55-gallon barrels outside of your home, they actually have the right to come and inspect to see if you are catching more than your share of free rainwater. Is that the most ridiculous shit ever? That is really crazy. It seems in New Mexico you can. Yeah, and it really depends on the state. But I mean, I'm going to tell you from the heart, Victoria, in an SHTF or anything like that, I'm going to get rainwater if I feel like it. What's up, nobody? And it comes to the point, are you willing to break the law to feed your family? Are you willing to break the law to have water? Are you willing to do those things? And that's what it really boils down to. I mean, I think that's the most bullshit, ridiculous thing. But it's kind of like chewing gum in Singapore. Also in Singapore, because mo- pretty much it's you cannot bring cigarettes into Singapore. Okay, you cannot bring cigarettes in there, and then they're very, very, very particular on how they do things. So you got to be very careful when you're traveling out of the United States because things that we think are just like the norm, just like it's okay to do it, are it isn't okay to do it in other countries. In other countries, even public affection can be taken a very negative way. So it's really important, like if you're traveling or something like that, to definitely know the laws in those countries because it could be. I mean, I'm not going to freaking prison for up to 2 years in Singapore or a fine up to $100,000 because over a piece of chewing gum. I will swallow that piece of gum, and they will not know that I have it because that's absolutely ludicrous. What bullcrap trying to live in harmony with nature? I don't know. There are a lot of things that are technically illegal, but they have to catch me, and that's not easy. Yeah. Are we getting some bullshit comments from Thor? I mean, is he just being an asshole? Well, Thor. I didn't know. Oh, okay. Well, uh, he's Well, Thor, I mean, like, really, are we on here to talk about my tallywhacker? Or, I mean, like, are we really on here to talk about that? I don't think so. People are something that's illegal in Washington. Okay. Dude, you're like way off. You're way off. We're gonna like go ahead and time you out. Goodbye, Thor. I mean, honestly, folks, you can talk about a lot of shit on here. I don't mind. But when you start talking about sexual acts and sexual acts with animals and shit like that, you have a problem. Maybe you need to go and get some mental counseling. And I do work at a treatment center. If any of you need to like check in, we do have a 90-day program. For some of you, it may need to be a little longer. Just say like maybe 180 days. But there's some very interesting laws on the books, and that's why like I enjoy looking at strange and different things. Anybody else know a strange law that's on the books, maybe in your state? Because there's some weird ones. There's a lot of weird ones in the South, like in Alabama, Tennessee. There's just some really crazy shit. Well, maybe I'm a little too nice sometimes. I don't know. Anybody else know a law that's on there in their state that's just kind of weird? What about international law? Yeah, well, that's what I was talking about. Singapore. I mean, there's some very yeah. Do you know Troy, you're getting ready to go to Thailand, right? Do you know any strange laws over there or customs or things that you cannot do? Last night, me and Tin were talking, and she's Filipina, and we were talking about the Philippines and stuff. And so I'll tell you a weird thing in the Philippines. If you take your two pinkies like this, put your pinkies up by each other, and if one pinky is longer than the other one, they believe that anything that's bad's happening to you is natural. If your two pinkies are together, they actually believe that somebody has put black magic on you. Is that bizarre? That's bizarre. I am working at a treatment center for people that are coming off parole and probation. It's a community service treatment center, and basically we deal with pretty much everybody there has either been sentenced to come to us or just got out of prison, out of DOC, or off on probation. And so we have a 90-day program. It's a treatment program, in-house intensive care, intensive response treatment. And then we also have a residential side where they actually stay and live there up to 3 years. So right now, we're currently housing 100, about 170 men and women in separate buildings, and then we also do all the urinalysis. I do mouth swabs. 2 weeks ago, I got trained on how to do ankle monitors, and then so it's very interesting. Hey, copycat. Yeah, isn't that interesting though? To hold your pinkies up, and if one is bigger than the other, it's natural if you're having bad luck. If they're together and they're the same, then somebody has put some doo doo voodoo on you. You were a Florida correction officer for many years near Lake City. Oh, okay. Well, you know that I lived in Fort White. Nobody. You know that, right? I lived in Fort White. I was actually the manager at Itchtuckney Springs Campground. So, but the job is very interesting. It's trying sometimes, but I think everybody deserves a second chance. I just recently did a video about that. We did a live stream about 2 years ago on this channel, and it was do felons and people that commit crimes get a second chance. And so, since we're talking about strange laws and laws that have been changed dramatically, one of them is the terrorism laws in the United States have been changed dramatically, and people really need to do some research and due diligence on that to find out about how they can say you're a terrorist. Also, another interesting one that has been changed a lot is SOs. So, most of you probably know what a SO is. Oh no, Linda, remeasure or maybe break your finger, just check it. SOs in the United States have been recategorized. So I'm going to tell you a story. This guy, he was actually in our IRT program, and I am getting some. I probably will tell you a story every day because of the clients and the things they tell me. But this actually came from a case manager who's like a therapist. So this guy got sentenced to our program, and he came in as a SO. So most SOs, did you ever get to Otter Creek in Florida? I don't remember ever going there. I don't ever remember going there, George. But so he came in as an SO, which is a sex offender, right? You will not believe what his crime was. Back in the day, in the 80s, if a guy took a leak on the side of a building or outside of the car, it was indecent exposure, usually got dropped down to a minor misdemeanor. But now, with the way the laws have changed in the United States, that is now considered a sex offense. And this young guy was 19 years old. He was drunk when this happened to him. He was at his friend's house. He really thought he was peeing on his friend's building. But the neighbor seen him and he was pissing on the neighbor's garage. The neighbor called the police. And now that young guy has SO for the rest of his life. It will never get expunged. It will never come off his name. And me personally, like after hearing that story, I was like, wow, that's crazy. I mean, if you think about it, that's really crazy. I understand indecent exposure, I understand that type of thing. But to be taking a leak on somebody's garage and to become an SO over that is pretty harsh. Is pretty harsh. And since we're talking about laws, I just thought I'd bring it up because that story was just told to me by a therapist the day before yesterday. Because I have today off. And I had yesterday off for bereavement of my passing of my aunt, just to spend some time with mom, and mom's doing good. So I'm not going to be on here for a long time today, but just because it's Sunday and it's something different, this is a great book. I don't know if any of you have ever read it or did it. It's actually a game. You can tell I've played it a lot because the pages are falling out and stuff. And it's a great icebreaker to get to know people, but it also really makes you think. Yeah, they did mess up his life. Yes, I did. I haven't for a long time. Okay, here we go. Number 93, since we're speaking about election. Here's the question, you all answer it. While in the government, you discover the president is committing extortion and other serious crimes. By exposing the situation, you might bring about the president's downfall, but your career would be destroyed because you would be framed, fired, and publicly humiliated on other matters. Knowing you would be vindicated 5 years later, would you blow the whistle? Would you blow the whistle on him? Let's see what kind of people are in here. What do y'all think? I would. I definitely would. And I think that we're at a point that that's the biggest problem in the government is there's too much patting on the back and covering things up. And we don't have to even talk about a specific topic, but we all realize that there's a lot of things being covered up. A lot that should the United States public know about? Probably. We probably should. Is it right that the lobbyists are always patting someone's wallet? Is that okay? That is one law that is not enforced anymore. Is that e- illegal for a woman to illegal for a woman to ride a bike? Yeah, but it used to be a law. Okay, so we're gonna do another one. This was very interesting. Oh, all right. This is right around the corner too. Thanksgiving is what in a few weeks. If you were at a friend's house for Thanksgiving dinner and you found a dead cockroach in your salad, what would you do? What would you do if you found a dead cockroach in your salad at Thanksgiving? Ah, I don't think I could eat the rest of my dinner. I think I would be totally grossed out. If you've never seen this book, it's called The Book of Questions. It's by Gregory Stock. He has a PhD. You would throw it away. You would still eat your dinner? Raise a fuss. Tell them and don't eat anything else. Hurry up and go home. That's what I'd do. I'd be like, excuse me, I gotta go. Okay, we're gonna do these a few of these. Here's another one. If you could take a 1 month trip anywhere in the world, and money were not a consideration, where would you go and why? Where would be your dream place to go on vacation? I wouldn't need it. Money is not in a. It doesn't even have to be considered. Doesn't even matter. Where would you go? Scotland, Japan. Who else? I like this book. It gives people kind of a cool way to get to know each other, and also kind of interesting what people will say. Australia, Bali, nice, nice, Troy. I would love to go to Bali. I would love to go to Fiji, Samoa. I have a whole list. Costa Rica. I have some really good friends down in Costa Rica. England, Tahiti. What about Samoa? Australia. Who said Australia? Linda. England. A lot of cool. Okay, here's an interesting one and an in depth one. Okay, y'all ready? Should it be illegal to help a terminally ill person to die? Mm. Should it be illegal to help a terminally ill person to die? Where's Penny want to go? Maybe Dubai. Dubai would be cool. Nobody's saying no. Yes, no, yes. Yes, Penny, there's interesting. It's interesting when you get to know people, like what their responses are. So here's the second part of that. If someone is not dying but has chronic pain, should the person be allowed to commit suicide? Now, I'm not saying I promote or anything like that. This is just an open discussion from this book of questions that was written by Gregory Stock. He's a doctor, and that is the actual question. It's number 45. I don't believe in suicide in any way, shape, or form. I think most people, if they would hold on one more day, one more hour, one more minute, or if they would go to sleep and wake up the next day, they would have second thoughts about it. The problem is that a lot of people do it, and a lot of veterans, being prior Navy, I will say that the veterans are at the top of that list right now. And that's very sad to me that so many veterans are taking their own lives. I know someone that tried to do it, and it was very, very sad. I think that the thing is everything isn't always as bad as it seems. Like right then, right at that exact moment, it may seem devastating, but if you hold on, there's something bigger coming your way. That's what I would say. I definitely do not believe in suicide in any way, shape, or form. Terminally ill, I really don't agree with it because I believe that if they legalize something like that around the world or just say in the United States, hey, Lucy's World, people should be able to choose what to do with their body. I do agree with that. But I think that also that if they made it legal around this country or around the world to do that, especially when it came to somebody being in chronic pain, mental pain, physical pain, whatever, I think that there would be some type of person, um, maybe in the medical or psychiatric field, that may abuse that. And then you end up with a catastrophe of people that really didn't want that, but that were persuaded to do that. So that's a very deep conversation. Very deep. In the mid 1800s, had you been able to look into the future and see that the automobile would cause 5 million fatalities in the next century, how would you have felt about this new device? Interesting. Over 5 million fatalities since the automobile has been created. And if you were the creator of that invention, would you have changed it? The automobile is wonderful. I think the problem is the person that's driving the automobile. But I've never think about this. I've never understood Why an automobile? And I love ninja, like fast motorcycles, fast cars, and fast women. Did I just say that? I did say that. Okay, I like fast cars and fast motorcycles. Okay, but think about this really. Why did they make a car go 180 miles an hour, but really you're only supposed to drive at 60 to 70 miles an hour? I mean, if you think about that and think about the horsepower that they put inside of a car, that's crazy. Yeah, yeah, I know, buddy. They are. They are. I'm not. I did say fast cars. Fast. I. It slipped. It slipped. Yeah. Oh lordy, 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 lordy. That's funny. Nobody. So that is an interesting one. I don't think I would change cars though. I mean, look how long it used to take, like back in the day in the 1800s, to get from point A to point B. But they're dangerous. They are dangerous. So I wouldn't change the car. Would any of you change getting rid of the car because you were going to invent it and then you realized that it would cause 5 million fatalities in the next century? I wouldn't, because people are stupid. People are stupid. People do stupid shit. It's not the person that invents it, it's the person that uses it. It's like when I did a demo, and some of you that have been on the channel for the last 4 years, since the new channel's been here, what, going on a year and a half? So some of you may remember this demo. I made a stove, a little heater stove that you could use. I made one out of a coffee can, I made one out of cement blocks. And somebody actually had the balls, the audacity to say, you need to put a disclaimer on there because somebody may take that in the living room and make it and put it on their carpet. Now, if you're really that damn stupid, you shouldn't be on a prepping channel. You should be on Dummies 101 channel, right? To get some common sense. Because if you're really that ridiculous that I have to tell you not to go and burn on your carpet, then you really probably need some additional help. And there is a channel, Dummies 101, that may be able to help you and give you some assistance. But I common sense has went out the door, and that's why, like, these laws, some of them are absolutely ridiculous. There's some that are so ridiculous. And it's just like the lady in California. She sued McDonald's. She won big bucks. I think she won like $2 or $3 million. She went through drive-through, got a cup of coffee, and the coffee was hot. How should that even stand up in court? Are you that dumb that you didn't realize that coffee was hot? And was it your driving that car incorrectly that caused you to spill the coffee? Where, I mean, some of the laws that are on the books are absolutely ridiculous. Maybe we should go down the road someday of the most stupid lawsuits in the world, because it's amazing the things that people sue for, and they get millions and millions of dollars. It's just like my friend that's a sheriff out in Los Angeles told me, if you have an altercation in California with someone and the altercation happens at your doorway and it ends up being really, really bad, bring them in the house. That's to the point how stupid this world is. If you come in my house and you're coming after me with a knife or a gun, I should have every right to use whatever type of force to protect myself and my family. And that's the truth of it. But the way the laws are changing, if you actually accidentally injure a perpetrator during a crime, they can come back and sue you. And that is absolutely absurd. You're the one that was perpetrating a crime on me, a violent crime. I stood up for myself, and now you can sue me. I mean, it's crazy. Yeah, give him the dumbass award is what we need to give him. There was no disclaimer on the cup. The coffee was boiling hot. Isn't that crazy? That's crazy, Troy. That's really crazy. Okay, we're gonna do another one. Oh, hold on. We got to go to question 156. This is a sexual question. This ought to be interesting. Oh, okay. Are you ready to answer? I want to see a lot of answers about this one. You're on an airplane and you're talking pleasantly to a stranger of average appearance. Unexpectedly, the person offers you $10,000 for one night of boom boom. Knowing that there is no danger and the payment is certain, would you accept the offer of $10,000 for an extra little wild ride on that airplane? It really is. It's question 156. It's circled because I thought it was amusing. She burned her hoo ha. Is, is that why nobody that she got that much money? 1 million minimum. Finny said, hell yeah. Oh, Lordy. When daddy shot mama, he didn't go to jail because in Alabama back then, if the shot person doesn't press charges, it's dropped. Interesting. Interesting. Well, that's it. Nobody said yep. Nobody. As long as you're in the front. Okay, last one. Oh, I'm not reading. There's some sexual ones in here. I'm not reading all these sexual ones. It is Sunday. Okay, this goes out to you, nobody. Do you ever spit or pick your nose in public? Nobody. Okay, so do you ever spit or pick your nose in public? Just asking. Oh, we're gonna end this on a serious one. Oh my God. Nobody's gonna answer, so you all probably do that in public. You're all nasty. Oh Lordy. Okay, here we go. This is the last one. Oh, here, hold it. Okay, this is for you, nobody. Here's one more for you, nobody. If you went to the beach and it turned out to be a nude beach, would you stay and go swimming? We already know the answer is yes. Did you see it? Did you? Oh, there's some. Here's some good ones. Okay, I'm not gonna read this one. You can just answer it. Okay. Number 133. Have you had satisfying boom boom in the last 3 months? Victoria's like, oh my goodness. It's a book. We're just reading the book. We're just reading the book. Okay. A millionaire offers to donate a large sum of money to charity if you'll step completely naked from a car onto a busy downtown street, walk 4 blocks, and climb back into the car, knowing that there would be no danger of physical abuse or that you would get arrested. Would you do it? It's for charity? No, give me some money. No to the last one? Okay. That was funny. That was funny and fun. Let me see. Do I have anything else to read this morning? Make sure that you always love yourself, that you always care about yourself, that you always enjoy life, that you never let nobody rain on your parade, and whatever you do not take or chew gum in Singapore because none of us on this channel can pay your $100,000. So you're screwed. And if you get 2 years in prison because you chewed gum and you didn't listen to this video, and you go to Singapore like a dumbass, and you decide to sneak in, smuggle gum That's a pretty serious offense. We will not come rescue you from prison. You're just screwed, blued and tattooed. And one last thing, if you're from Alabama, don't put a blindfold on and try to drive. It is a very, very dangerous, dangerous situation. I don't know who tried it first, but you never know what could happen if you try that kind of shit at home. And just a warning on this live stream, I want to make sure that all of you are aware that the demos that I do on this channel, don't try them at home unless you have a license, just like you have to have a license to hunt a mouse in California. Sometimes the things we learn on YouTube. Can I have your Snapchat? John! John! Don't. There's no reason to turn the clock back. The clock is on my phone. So why would I need a clock? Okay, let me see if I can get this internet to work on this phone. If I can, we're gonna play one song going out to each one of you. Oh, I believe it. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, maybe I can't. Maybe I can, maybe I can't. I don't know. I'm glad everybody stopped by on a Sunday. I hope that you're having a freaking fantastic, fabulous day. This is OTWP. I'm signing out because my internet's spinning, spinning, spinning. Well, hold on. Maybe because I don't have the internet on this phone. Maybe that's the problem. Let's see. Nope. All right. I hope everybody has a fantastic, fabulous day. God bless you from here in Colorado to everywhere that you're at. Keep on doing the dang thing. And y'all never give up, never give in. Have a blessed Sunday. And remember to be thankful every day for your blessed. Love hard. Forgive often. And don't let the drama and the bullshit and the negativity get to you. I will not be having trivia tonight. We will be having trivia tomorrow night. Be there or be square. God bless. Everybody have a great day. See you soon. Okay, George, I will. George, I'll actually send you the number and I'll send you the address. I haven't got a P.O. box yet because I feel it's unnecessary. I really, you know. See you later, nobody. God bless, man. George.